Hello and welcome to another video. Today's video we're going to be doing gameplay from Yanna. This is the build. Although I did change it a little bit midway, but in general that's the build. And here we go. I wonder how's everybody doing today. Just leave a comment in the section to see how you guys all doing today. This match, let me tell you, was one that the cards really played out in our favor. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think at this point in this match I was just straight frustrated because yeah, being a support player can sometimes be the most tedious thing to do because simply put, sometimes your team isn't the most optimal. Anyways, to start off, what I did is the ability that I started off with was my second ability. Not the tornado, not the shield, the second one. So that way I have damage more than anything so I can poke, but at the same time if need be I can slow the enemy team. It was a good match overall. I will say that there's tons that I can still learn from the match. But anywho, Yanna gameplay. Let's see, what did I think I started with more AP damage. Oh yeah, let me tell you, I was so frustrated to the point that I even warned my team that if they didn't carry their load, I was gonna go full ability power damage. Once again, I simply get frustrated sometimes in these matches. Anywho, I recall to do my first healing. And I don't think I bought anything at this point because like it was so soon and we had like an early engage just to make sure my mid was safe. But anyway, one key thing that I will say about Yanna is that she's one of the fastest. Oh, let's start with the match right here. They flanked us, they got us, they really did beat us in the match. This is one of those things that you have to be aware, either as a support or as literally any other role. Try to not engage without your support. I'm gonna say this once more, try to not engage without your support. Unless you can secure something, by all means. I know there's very skilled players who can manage to do a ton by themselves. But in that situation, we literally lost it because they decided to engage without their support. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah, John is one of like the fastest supports out there when it comes to mobility. And there we go, our jungle did a flank there. Pushed them away, definitely got them low. This guy tried to get us. I used my shield in this situation. Stunned him, slowed him. Yeah, he wasn't getting away. Great rotation from the mid, for sure. That's what helped us secure that kill without us dying. So yeah, John is one of the fastest supports out there. So it's always important to keep an eye out on the map. Because that way you have like high mobility. But at the same time, the moment you do rotate, be aware that sometimes your gold does take a hit because you do that. Just because you're not laning, so you're not getting gold or experience. So just be aware when you do those situations. Anywho, back at it again. Level 5 and ready to kick some butt. Oh, I think I have to apologize. I don't think I properly showed every time I bought items. My fault, guys. I'll definitely work on that. But at this point, I think I did enhance a little bit more my damage. For this, I was going for the item that increases attack speed for when I shield either myself or my allies. Another neat trick that is worth doing is always try to see if you can use your tornado in spots where the enemy can't see. In this situation, what I did was I used my ultimate. 1, to push the enemy away from my teammates, and 2, just to get the little bit of heal. Always remember that your ult can be cancelled, so try not to hold it out to the point that either they can stun you or they can feel you for doing it. So, rotating. Shielded my mid. And the cool thing about Morgana is that I can shield her from damage and she can shield herself from magic. Once again, always rotate. And then here we were able to secure the dragon. Moving mid, keeping an eye out on the map. The top lane is doing well. Everything's good. No harm in going to heal a bit. As you can see at this point, now I can show my items. I will say that right at the beginning, I noticed that the mid was doing a lot of rotation and he's very heavy on magic or ability power. So once again, always keep aware, and as a support player, it's key to make sure, hey, this is the one that's going to do the most damage for me, or this is the guy that looks most dangerous to me. And buy defenses in accordance. In this case, I bought boots that give me magic resistance. Because the reality is that we have 3 enemies that's what they dedicate themselves. Magic ability damage. Way I keep everyone safe. Fortunately, in this situation, our jungle didn't do too well when it comes to smiting. Once again, there we go. He's trying to attack us. And they got the better of us. Always know when to retreat. That's what we did. If anything, I was going to stay here to protect the top. If they did retreat us, maybe we can engage. But in this situation, we just decided to back off. We let the warning know out for ADC. So that way he or she stays safe. Anywho, rotating back to my ADC. See if I can give him a hand. And good thing is that they paid attention that our engagement at the bottom was happening, so they were able to secure that first turret. Once again, map awareness is key. If there's anything that I always notice in these matches is that map awareness is almost non-existent. So, once again, one of the most mobile supports in the game, rotating down to support in the fight. And in this situation, I used my slow, my ability, so that way she didn't get away and secure the kill. Mid is rotating. And we continue on. Secure the kill, and we destroyed the joint bug. Sorry guys, I always forget the terminology. So anyways, how's everybody doing?
Bottom turret is under attack.
If there's anything that I try to do in these matches is to demonstrate the power of a support player, even though sometimes I'm not lucky. So slowed him, used my tornado. He used his ultimate to get away. That's good for us. That way we know he won't have his ultimate at the very least for a minute or two. Excuse me, for a minute typically. Rotating back to mid, see if we can get something. Tsunami got a little bit out of hand. We double shielded our jungle. Instantly took care of business. A little bit of healing. Know that my ADC is actually mid lane, so I don't have to worry that much. Map awareness, key. And in this case, I always use my tornado, so it's out of vision. He secured another kill. Use my shields. And if possible, I also shielded once in the jungle. Tornadoes. Giving it a little bit of heal. In this case, I actually held it because they were at a distance. They were definitely not going to get us. Slowed down the Nami. She couldn't get away. Always see how best to help out your team. ADC was saying, hey, let's go attack this person. I joined them, but the person backed up, so that's how we rotated back to Dragon. This match was really fun, actually. A little bit on the challenging side at the beginning, because they clearly got the better of us. Oh, we just stunned them there. Kept them in place. Nothing that could happen. The mid really played well in this match. So did the top. It rotated well. So I got my 2 items, as you guys can see. One for healing and one for attack speed boost. and that ability to reach from all the way from mid. Has that ever happened to you? When it happens to me, I make sure that I do the best I can to heal in some way, so that way I don't get killed if I have like a pixel of health left. Anyway, securing objectives, very important. I locked in place, used the slow.
Your team has slain the Rift Herald.
At this point, I knew that my ADC was getting flanked on. I used the slow to prevent the mid from catching up. But yeah, they literally did a whole bunch of flanking rotation. We got lucky though, I won't lie to you. Gave a shield to my ADC, slowed down the enemy. The Morgana mid rotated, and we cleared it all up. In this case, I was very lucky in landing that ultimate because it literally pushed the jungle away from everybody else who was low. All he could do was run away. In this situation, once again, I just use my ultimate in the sense of like protecting my teammate. Your ultimate does help in that sense. Just pushes the enemy away. Because always remember, she isn't immune to stuns or pushbacks. It's just literally a heal that pushes everybody else. Many times when I was learning this character, I would literally try to hold the heal as long as possible. But at this point, I'm not really building a heal build for the time being. I'm just assisting with the damage. So it's not worth keeping it at that because one, there's a high chance you're going to kill, and two, you're not going to be useful for your team. Continue securing the turrets. The little jungle just trying to throw a little bit. And rotating. See if I can help secure. And at this point, unfortunately, she took way too much damage. Nothing that I can do, even if I had a heal build. She was getting stunned and taking damage from the turret. Always know when to retreat when possible. Rotations continue. Decide to get my mana back and to retreat for a second. Once again, always take advantage when possible. Got my next item right there. It gives me more magic resistance as well as more damage, ability damage. But on top of that, I need to remember like the stats. Like I think it helps with the bleeding effect, or it helps it with something else. I apologize, guys. I promise I'll do my best to better have proper knowledge in this episode. Anyways, try to assist with the fight. They used all their abilities to kill our jungle. They used all their abilities to kill our AAC. At this point, we're losing this fight in itself. Tried to rotate back. Couldn't protect my mid, but unfortunately the top and myself, we were able to clear up the rest.
Shut down.
Comes back to the original thought, no? When possible, try and fight with your support. Or you run the own risk of flaming or literally just inting at that point. Get some heals and continue. So in this case, what I did is I used myself as bait because the Nami didn't know that my top was there. And at this point, I did everything I could to try to stay alive and to help with the fight. But they knew that I was the one that I was doing a whole bunch of damage. Use my shield and they used all their ults to try and get me. They succeeded. I'm not gonna lie to you. But in this situation, my death is... They did shut me down, but my death is worth more than my teammates' death. So they were able to clear up a good portion of them. 2 for the price of 1, you know? This top was doing some amazing work.
Unstoppable.
I think at this point, what did I do? Did I go for more ability damage? I think so. I don't remember specifically. Always keep in mind, like even if you're ahead, the enemy team can literally turn everything around if they really put their heads together. So don't be that guy that tries to like troll or play with the enemy unless you're secure that you can take care of everything else. We rotate to objective. And Trying to secure this. But also, once again, the importance of keeping an eye out on the map. Myself and mid Morgana are just keeping an eye out if they do rotate to us. I have my tornado charge there. Remember, the longer the tornado itself is charging up, the more the stun lasts when it lands. So that way we there. Use their ults. Almost died. Unfortunately, my mid did die. I used my healing and my shield to try and stay alive. And because they chased, bada bing, bada boom. The AC got taken care of. I really did get lucky there, I'm not gonna lie.
Godlike.
So at this point,
Turret is under attack.
the enemy jungle is clearly not being helpful with the rest of the team, so some free experience and kill.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Use my slow, so that way they can't run away as quickly. If anything, I will say, when it comes to the build, it completely depends, like what you build up first, but I always try to build all my my cooldown for my mid, then my shield, and then the tornado. Because that's just the most effective way to do it. At this point, we thought we could end it. Fortunately, they just have better position, to be honest with you. Trying to look for a push. Build my top. She was telling me to engage. And we go for it. Use my tornado, let it charge. See? The stun. How long it lasts. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. Build my slow. If we're getting kills, it's always good to build the slow first. So that's second ability, then shield, and then tornado. Excuse me. No. Second ability, shield, ultimate, and then tornado.
Shut down.
Fortunately, my top got shut down. It's no bueno, guys. Getting shut down means a whole bunch of golden experience. Next up, for my next item, I got more magic resistance because I came to notice that the ADC really wasn't doing much to take care of me. So more than anything, I was just worried of ability. You know, Nami, the mid, and the top as well. What is it, Malphite? Cannon? There we go. Starting to get it little by little. Anywho, prepping for the fight. But yeah, I got this once because magic resistance and two because it blocks an ability. Fortunately, Nami was able to pop it instantly right there. But the magic resistance and the ability damage really is key sometimes. So, looking out to see if we can win the next engagement. Yeah, and how I think about it, in this match in itself, I don't think I went for any armor. Once again, this is the importance of being like aware of who's actually doing work on the enemy team, and to adjust accordingly. So slowed the Nami, she got stunned, got slowed down once again. The Rammus is there, trying to stun us. Use my shield. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep my Rammus alive. Tried to use my healer. What I did here is that the Morgana used her ultimate, but I made sure that I slowed down the Malphite so he couldn't get away. Rotate, and she got sniped. Ba-bim, ba-boom. In the jungle, I think he's... At this point, we just ended the match. Now, I'm going to see if I can show you very briefly my stats. I was very lucky. Unfortunately, I got MVP. But it just comes to show the potential of what a support and tank can do. Hope you guys enjoyed the match. Enjoy. Leave a comment, suggestion, and have a good day. Take care, guys.